All right. We are live. Let's go, 49er fans. We are live here. Week 2 NFL action between the 49ers and the Saints will be kicking off in 15 minutes. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go. 49ers taking on the Saints in the Big Easy. This is going to be a good game. This is going to be a really, really interesting game. There's a lot to talk about before the game kicks off. A lot of players we're not going to be seeing in today's game. We got Crazy Guy in the house. What's up, Crazy Guy? How you doing? We got Thomas here. Good morning, Shifty, and all you Niner fans. Let's go. Yes, in San Francisco, in the Bay Area, it is not even 10 in the morning. It is 9:46 a.m. in San Francisco as we gear up for this game. Just curious, is our practice squad healthy? It is actually quite healthy, the practice squad, but yeah, interesting. You know, there's storylines to say the least. Ian Gelling in the house. How we doing, Ian? Always a pleasure to have you here, buddy. No Brock Purdy today. Brock Purdy is not playing today. And from some reports that have come out from Adam Schefter and what have you, it seems like he'll probably be doubtful to play for next week against the Arizona Cardinals. So that makes this game just so critically important. When you take on, look, anytime you take on an NFL team, you know, on the road, it's always going to be difficult to some degree. Not having your starting quarterback makes it that much more difficult. Also, George Kittle is not going to be playing either. George Kittle is officially put on injured reserve, so Kittle's going to miss this game. He will miss the game against the Cardinals, the Jags, and the Rams. Kittle will be back week 6 when we travel to Tampa Bay. Ideally, hopefully, fingers crossed, guys like Ayuk and Malik Mustafa should be back around week 7 or week 8. But the big question is, how do the 49ers, I guess let's just assume that Brock is going to be he is out for today, but we'll assume he's out for next week as well. How do the 49ers, can we cope? Can we get through it? You know, we got to win today. This is a really, really big game for the 49ers. You know, look, obviously Brock's going to miss time. Can we weather the storm with Mac Jones at the helm? We shall wait and see. Collarbone? No, not a collarbone for Brock Purdy. It was a toe. So Mary's in the house. Lori T is here. DJ Gene and Tommy Huxley. Let's go, let's go. No, not his collarbone, DJ. It was his toe. So it's like, they said it's like a kind of a version. It was some type of a turf toe, which turf toes can be really, really bad and potentially career ending, but not to worry. It's nowhere near that kind of level for Brock Purdy. So it sounds like from reports that have come out in the last couple of hours that the 49ers are maybe not overly optimistic that he'll play next week, but that he is progressing well. There is a chance he could play next week, but I think he will most likely be ready and suiting up against the Jacksonville Jaguars week 4 at home. So, look, you got to get through these next 2 games. Starts with today. You know, obviously right now we are 1-0. Got the big win last week against the Seattle Seahawks. Can we maintain that? The defense has to play at a very similar level to what it played at last Sunday in Seattle. Can we keep up that kind of a performance? The special teams has got to be better. You know, it was dreadful. Of course, you know, there is no more Jake Moody. Jake Moody is gone from San Francisco. Currently, actually, on the Bears practice squad is Jake Moody. We have Eddie Pinheiro, who's been brought in. Looks like his career numbers have been pretty darn good. So that's really a huge positive to kind of start off with. How about the new kicker? Thoughts? Yeah, Eddie Pinheiro, he's a guy who's been around the NFL. He's made some big kicks in his career. Look, hopefully he can just steady the ship a little bit. the thing that we can't freak out about is, let's say if he does miss a field goal, like every kicker will miss some field goals. That's just the reality. No kicker in their career has been 100%, but hopefully he can steady the ship, make the kicks that he's supposed to from, you know, like what Moody missed two last week. They really, and I hope Brant Boyer has taken a big look at this, because remember, there was a field goal last week. Of course, Moody missed that dreadful one within 30 yards, but then you also have to look at the fact that we had a field goal blocked, and that is something that you can't really blame Jake Moody on that one. So hopefully Boyer, with the special teams coaching, they've looked at what happened and what we can do to get back on track. Can't miss extra points, and like, look, if it's less than 50 yards, we gotta be putting 3 points on the board. Points are going to be, I think, at a premium in this game. You know, our offense is going to look very, very different. How many picks for Mac Jones? I mean, he definitely throws one, I think, but hopefully none. But this is a game where we're going to want to be leaning on McCaffrey and Brian Robinson Jr. big time. Absolutely big time. Some positive news, though, is that Jauan Jennings, he is playing. He was, of course, had to leave during the week 1 matchup. Then Trent Williams is playing. He didn't really practice much this week. He did some pregame warmups, and he's good to go. And then also Kendrick Bourne, the former 49er, we bring him back. He is good to go as well. Mac is not going to regret spending that Purdy money. Mac and Bourne reunited. There we go, says Shane. Yeah. You know, Mac Jones has played with Kendrick Bourne a number of years in New England. Kendrick Bourne knows the offense here, so it's not. So they should be relatively good to go. Of course, you got Pearsall. Interesting to see what they'll do at the tight end position. We know that Jake Tonjes had the huge catch against the Seahawks last week. We have Luke Farrell, bit more of a blocking guy, but you know, maybe he has a couple of receptions. But maybe does Kyle Juszczyk play a bit of the role that we normally would see George Kittle in? Maybe we see Kyle Juszczyk line up in those tight end positions a little bit more. He did say, I remember there was an article saying that he was lining up, or he was attending the meetings for tight ends, because there is quite a bit of overlap. So there we go. Not going to be the same without Brock Purdy and George Kittle. You're absolutely right, Drew. And look, we're down players. We're down Brock, we're down Kittle, we're down Ayuk. If you think about it, like, we're down our starting quarterback and our 2 top receiving weapons. So not great, but this is why guys like Kyle Shanahan get paid the big money, you know, and you are, guys like Jauan Jennings, not a great week 1, of course, and he gets banged up during the game. So I think Jennings is going to want to go out there, really kind of, make an impact this week. Then you look at, Pearsall, like, been playing really, really well. Just the big thing is the chemistry between Mac Jones and these receivers. I think that what you're going to see is, obviously, we want to run the ball really, really well to, just get the offense in a rhythm and going. And then some other things that we want to do is, I think we want to give Mac Jones some easy passes early on. Maybe it's like you run, and if the run game is going well, just to kind of play action, bootleg, that sort of thing. But this would be a really, really big, if the Niners can come away with a win in this game, that, without Brock Purdy and what have you, that if you can get the win, move to 2-0, you have 2 road games out of the way, which for the rest of the season, for the remaining 15 games left, we'd have 8 at home and 7 on the road. That, to me, would be a really darn good start of the season. Of course, we don't want to have any more injuries, for crying out loud. And neither, we don't want any injuries for the Saints either. But hopefully, just a good game. The Niners come away with the win, no injuries. That would be ideal. Bears are your number 2 team, says Mary. Yes, so Jake Moody is on their practice squad. Look, Jake Moody was a relatively highly touted kicker coming out of college, so it makes sense that a team will maybe think that, look, his situation in San Francisco clearly didn't work out. They're like, well, then maybe there's a chance that someone else can redeem him. He needs a change of scenery. I don't know if that's the case, but we'll see. Shane, if Mac Jones has that kind of a game, I mean, that's a good problem to have. Cyclone defense was worn out, plus Conradi injured. They did squeak one out, though, the Iowa State Cyclones. Lots of short passing, quick release stuff. Yeah, but Ian, I agree, and I think that's what they want to do. But, of course, look, the Saints, they're going to be expecting that, so they're going to be ready for it. Niners, if we can run the ball, establish the run, that's going to be the biggest friend for Mac Jones. We have to stop Alvin Kamara. Yeah, Alvin Kamara, he's a beast. That's why I put him in the thumbnail with Christian McCaffrey. This isn't exactly a big quarterback duel today between Mac Jones and Spencer Rattler. But he's a good player. You got to be able to get him down. You have to be able to stop him because he can bounce off tackles. You know, he's not the same player as Deebo Samuel, but reminds me a little bit of his ability to break tackles, maintain his speed, and just make things happen. We're about 4 minutes or so, 3-4 minutes away from kickoff. They're getting ready to show. They're showing Mac Jones on the sideline, and announcers are kind of getting ready. 49er Brian, how we doing, buddy? Good to see you, man. Always a pleasure to have you here. Good to see you back. The Sea Trash are done. Yeah, Devin Witherspoon inactive. I don't even know if he's injured, but I think it was Witherspoon. Was it Witherspoon or no? It was Tariq Woolen, who there was a 158.3 quarterback rating when targeting Tariq Woolen. So not great for the Seahawks. If Arizona isn't ranked this week, then yeah. Talking about some college football. Saints stink. Look, this Saints team, they're not. Look, I'm not going to say that they're probably near the bottom. They do have a lot of just solid guys. I mean, if you think about it, I trolled the Saints sports chat last week. Cardinals are beatable and Saints couldn't do it. Yeah. Witherspoon's injured. And then Tariq Woolen, we had a perfect quarterback rating when targeting him last week. So people talk about that vaunted Seattle secondary and not so much. QB change, can't wait to see this. Yeah, Stu, let's see what happens. My expectations are fairly tempered for this. Of course, I want Mac Jones to go out, have a good game. But, we'll see. We'll wait and see. Watch the scramble from Rattler. Yeah, I think he has some moves. Trent and Jawan are playing. But I think, look, the defense has to keep up what it's doing. I think we have to watch out for this. I think the Saints are going to try and throw the ball down the field like Rashid Shaheed. Watch out for the big play there. He's been known to do that. They didn't really do that a whole lot last week. I think they're going to try and stretch the defense a little bit. But look, they do have solid players on their team. Let's not get that mistaken. Cam Jordan, good defensive end. Demario Davis, good linebacker. Chris Olave, good wide receiver. They have a pretty good offensive line, too. They have guys like Eric McCoy on there, rookie Kelvin Banks Jr. So they're not devoid of talent by any means. Alvin Kamara is obviously a really good running back when he's on form. So but yeah, they're showing a graphic here, veterans in the trenches. So Trent Williams was not great last week. He was actually probably arguably the poorest performing offensive lineman for San Francisco last week, giving up a bunch of pressures, got beat a number of times. Hopefully he can bounce back. Now he is a little bit banged up. Hopefully he is good and stays healthy for the game and for the season, of course. But I'd like to see Trent come back and have a nice bounce back game. Me too, Shifty. I'm nervous, man. Look, I'm a little bit nervous too, Tommy. There's no doubt about that. I am nervous too. Because, this was a game that I think any 49er fan probably would have had chalked down as a win entering the season. But then Purdy and Kittle are out, so that changes everything. Well, that changes a lot. It's a significant change. So, but look, hopefully we can come away with the win. We got Christian in the house. Let's go. 32 people here. 32 people here. Let's go. Let's drop those likes on the stream. Kickoff is moments away. Not sure who's going to receive the ball yet. 49ers special team has got to be a lot better. That's for damn sure. Special team's got to be a lot better. Defense, just do what we did last week. Force a few turnovers. Limit them for points. and then offensively just get the ground game going and take the shots when they're there with Mac Jones. New Orleans is not a good team, but they're a dangerous team. And look, at home, it's still early in the year. New coach, they're going to try and throw new things, I think, at the Niners that we haven't seen yet. We were nervous for Seattle, too. That's very true. But just once the game gets started, we'll be all good. It's the moments before the game. I don't know where the Mac Jones hate comes from. He'll be hard to bench when Purdy gets healthy. I like your optimism, Shane, with Mac Jones. I really love the optimism, man. I'm hoping that he plays as well as you think that he will. That would be rad. Yeah, offensive line can be better for sure. Yeah, trick plays. I think the Saints I think realistically they know that they're a team that's probably not competing for a Super Bowl this year, let's put it that way. So they might try some funky things to win some football games, whereas I think that, they'd know that they're probably not winning a Super Bowl this year. I think what's important is Jason Bewley, let's go, $4.99. Thank you, good sir. Appreciate you, man. That's super nice of you, Jason. Everybody give Jason a huge shout out in the chat. Let me know if that is working again. 49ers getting ready to kick the ball off to the New Orleans Saints. New kicker, Eddie Pinheiro. Is the sound still off? Let me know if you guys can hear me now. Eddie Pinheiro kicks the ball away. And it's going to be taken into the end zone, so it's going to be... Okay, sound is back. Cool. So Pinheiro, not a great first kick. It's a touchback, which now means that the Saints start at the 35-yard line. Not great. If you were Pinheiro, what you want to do is you want to kick the ball to land inside the 5-yard line, so they have to take it and return it. Cool. Awesome, guys. Thank you. We're rocking and rolling. At the 30-yard, no, it's the 35, I thought. Ball at own 30. I thought it was the 35. It is the 35-yard line. 1st and 10, Spencer Rattler in the pistol. Snap is away. They hand it to Kamara up the middle. Gets pretty good yards on first down. Gets about 5 on first down up to the 40. I am not a fan of the touchback going up to the 35-yard line. Like, that is insane. Like, back in the day, it used to be you'd start at the 20. Like, the 35-yard line is kind of ridiculous, but that's a conversation for another time. So 2nd and 5 for the Saints at their own 40-yard line. Rattler behind center. The lone back is Kamara. Rattler is looking to throw. Throws it quick outside. And going to be... It is caught by Chris Olave. There is a flag on the field. Let's see what the flag is. It's an ineligible man downfield, so that's going to be repeat second down loss of 5 yards. So Talise Fuanga, the offensive tackle out of Oregon State, I believe, he was downfield, ineligible receiver downfield. So instead of 1st and 10 in San Francisco territory, it's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Saints. Yeah, Fuanga is like 5 yards downfield. 2nd and 10 at their own 35. Rattler in the gun, players either side of him. Snap is away. They fake the handoff, and he's got time airing it downfield, and that's going to be caught. And that's a huge catch. There's a flag, and that is Rashid Shaheed. It's a huge catch downfield. The flag is going to be against San Francisco. I think it'll be against Renardo Green. It's going to be pass interference against the defense. That's going to be declined. So it's first down. And I said it. They're going to take shots down the field to Rashid Shaheed. And the first big play. And the Saints are down to the 49ers, inside the 49ers 30-yard line. So we're talking a pickup of about 35 plus yards. And I said it. Rashid Shaheed, they're going to take shots down the field. 1st and 10 Saints at the 49ers 26. Rattler behind center. Snap is away. They pitch it left side to Kamara. Michael Williams. And Michael Williams kind of forces him to the sideline. Picks up about 3 or 4. So it's going to be, I'm going to call it 2nd and 6 for the New Orleans Saints. Good pursuit there by Michael Williams. I mean, as a defensive end to chase down a guy like Alvin Kamara, not easy, kind of forced him to the sideline. 2 rookies, of course, going in the Niners secondary, Marquise Siegel and Upton Stout. 2nd and 6 for the Saints at the Niners 22. Rattler in the gun, Kamara to his left, and they fake the handoff to Kamara. Rattler throws it over downfield, incomplete, looking for Chris Olave. That had touchdown written all over it. Olave was wide open, and Olave can't catch it. The 49ers get away with a huge, we are let off the hook in a big way. That was 6 right there for New Orleans. Renardo Green got beat really badly by Chris Olave, broke his ankles, basically. And incomplete, so it's 3rd and 6 from the 22. The Niners, we got lucky on that because that was a great route by Chris Olave. He had Renardo Green on the ground. So it's going to be 3rd and 6. Rattler's in the gun. There's been no pressure on Rattler so far. Play clock winding down. They do snap it in time. Rattler throws it incomplete over the middle, looking for Olave, incomplete. So the Saints are going to be forced to kick a field goal. Fred Warner in coverage, looking for the interception. I don't think the receiver was expecting that from Rattler. It looked like we actually did get a bit of pressure on that one. And Bosa actually did lay a hit on Spencer Rattler. So pressure from Nick Bosa forces the quick throw. I don't think Chris Olave was ready for it. Green has not impressed you? Oh, Green was really good last week. 4th and 6, here comes the field goal attempt. Snap is away, hold is up, and it is no good! No good! He missed it! He missed it! He did it, Jake Moody! Groupie did a Moody! I think his name is Groupie did a Moody. It's no good! The Saints got infected with the 49ers field goal kicking. See, that's what happens when you're around the 49ers. You start missing field. That was a 40-yard field goal. Groupie pulled a Moody. And the Niners, we get away with one. Wow. No good. No good. And the Saints pull a Moody. Melissa H. Hi, everyone. Geez, didn't realize it was after 1 already. Let's go. He's got the spirit of Jake Moody. The Saints missed the field goal. Whew, wow. Look, guys, it shows that you have to, it shows you have to show up for each and every single game, for each and every single drive. The Saints, they should have 7 on the board right now. Chris Olave just dropping that wide open touchdown. They should have 7, but now we have to make them pay. Because if we can go down now, get points, let's say if we go down, score a touchdown, all of a sudden they're thinking like, we had a good first drive offensively. What's going on? How are we down 7? Then they start, then they start really pressing, and they're going to be prone to making mistakes. Don't jinx us. I've been busy this week. Who is our kicker? No, Moody went to the let's go Slavic. Moody went to he's on the Chicago Bears practice squad. We have Eddie Pinheiro as our field goal kicker. So there we go. Niner Jamie's here. Let's go. Good to see you. Yeah, so 49ers, we're going to take over. We got Jason. Don't jinx us. I'm not going to. And that's like super kind of you. Shout out. But yeah, look. They had the big throw to Rashid Shaheed. Just before the game started, they're going to throw a interception downfield. They missed the catch in the end zone, and they missed the field goal. Niners offense is on the field, ready to go, and we are starting at our own 30-yard line. Mac Jones behind center. McCaffrey in the backfield. Snap is away. Jones fakes the handoff, and he just throws it into the ground, looking for Luke Farrell, and wow. Fix the mic. Let me know if this is any better. Jones got thrown to the ground. Working. Okay. So incomplete. Looked like Jones does not look athletic at all. 2nd and 10 for the Niners. Jones in the shotgun. Snap is away. Looking to throw. Throws it quick. Going to be caught incomplete for Jake Tonjes. And yikes. Yeah. I'm thinking here, let's establish the run. Let's run the football. And it's 2 incompletions from Mac Jones. Oh, my days. Okay, this is going to be a wild ride, I think. Not thrilled about this start from the offense, but let's see what we got going. It's 3rd and 10 now. 3rd and 10, Jones in the gun, McCaffrey to his left. Snap is away. Jones looking, throws it, incomplete. Looking for Jawan Jennings, incomplete. Good coverage there, Alontae Taylor. So Mac Jones starts out the game 0 for 3. 0 for 3 for Mac Jones start the game. Is there official time frame for Purdy? It's actually a decent throw, just good coverage. Decent throw from Jones, but just a little bit behind Jennings. Yeah, Purdy will be coming back, I would expect, against the Jaguars week 4. So the 49ers going to have to punt the ball away. So a 3 and out, and we throw. I mean, okay. If you're trying to build up Mac Jones' confidence, it certainly didn't work so far. Punt is taken at the 20-yard line. He might have a lane here. Shaheed up to the 35, up near the 40-yard line. That's a 20-yard return. Special teams continue to be a disaster for the 49ers. The coverage unit is awful. So the Saints pick up almost 20 yards on that return, and they will have 1st and 10 at around their 40-yard line. So, yeah. Purdy is starting to heal faster after. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, I would have thought, look, you come back, you get the big stop, I guess you'd call it. And then I thought you'd run the ball, try and control the clock a little bit. They tried to get Mac Jones going early. When you look at the first play, just like a play action bootleg and just nothing there. The second play was like a short pass out to Tonjes in the flat. No catch. So, right. Special teams continues to be issues for the 49ers, though. Just the punt coverage was just awful. Now, I don't know. I'm trying to think of if the hang time was any good from that punt. kind of hard to say, but when Shaheed caught the punt, like there was nobody within like 15 yards of him. So he ends up taking it down the right sideline up to about the 40. So pickup of about 20 on the return. So field position in the favor of the Saints, you would have to say. We need a huge CMC day. Yes, we do. We need a big Christian McCaffrey day. Again, huge shout out to Jason. Thank you so much for the super chat, man. Really appreciate you and appreciate everyone for being here on this Sunday, week 2 NFL action. Run the ball, Kyle. Yeah, that drive was just poor game calling. Just the same thing every year. Look, yeah, I mean, I understand that Shanahan maybe wanted to get Mac Jones. Look, let's get him an easy completion. Let's get him in starting the game. And it didn't work. Why did we get rid of Wishnowsky anyway? He was the one bright spot on special teams. Couldn't tell you. I mean, I don't know the exact reason for that. I guess Brent Boyer would be the guy who'd need to answer that question. But not good punt return coverage. I can't even remember the last time we had a punt return of 20 yards. Bears score a touchdown, says Mary. Alrighty, second drive right here for the Saints offense. Let's see what the Niners defense can do here. Saints were moving the ball, so 1st and 10 Saints at their own 40. Rattler behind center. They hand it off to Kamara up the middle, who ends up kind of falling forward for about 5 or 6 yards. And that's what I'm talking about with Kamara. You think you have him down, but he just keeps churning out yards. That should have been a pickup of 3, and he gets 6. So it's just crazy. Got to get him down. When you get your hands on Kamara, you just got to bring him down. Also, watch out. He's a threat receiving the ball, too. So 2nd and 4 at their own 46. Rattler in the gun. Kamara to his left. Snap is away. They hand it to Kamara. Is going to get first down yardage into Niner territory. Down to the Niners' 41-yard line. Big gain. Alvin Kamara. This Niners defense is kind of getting pushed around a little bit. Okuwanu just completely overran that. I don't know what he was doing at defensive end. Okuwanu just was all over the place with that. Snap is away. Rattler throws it. Incomplete. Looking for Jawan Johnson. Diamador Lenore in coverage. The Saints, it'll be 2nd and 10 from the Niners' 40-yard line. 2nd and 10 from the Niners' 40. Another drop there from a Saints receiver. I mean, Lenore was right there, but he kind of, the way that Jawan, he kind of contorted his body, should have been a pretty easy catch. 2nd and 10 for the Saints at the Niners' 41. Rattler's in the gun, fakes the handoff, throws it downfield, tipped away, and that's Jair Brown. Jair Brown tips it away. Not really sure why Jair's on the field if they've mentioned an injury, but a really good play from Jair. Receiver was open, but a really, really good job by Jair to swat the ball away. And that's going to be incomplete. Olave was wide open, and Jair does a really good job at knocking the ball. Just a good pass defense right there. 3rd and 10 for the Saints here. Niners showing like they might bring pressure. Rattler in the gun, Kamara to his right. Shaheed goes in motion, snap is away, and he's going to step up. Rattler's going to roll to his left, throws it downfield, and that's going to be incomplete. No flags on the play. Renardo Green in coverage. There we go. 4th and 10. Niners defense gets a big stop. Renardo Green was a little physical on that play down the field, but it is incomplete. So 4th and 10. Niners defense makes a stand. There was some pressure on, we did see some pressure on Rattler the last couple of plays there. So that's what you got to do. The Saints O-line is good. Yeah, Jason, it is actually, I think that's like the one thing that people are maybe not taking seriously enough about the Saints. Punt is away. Let's see if it is a touchback. Okay. So that's not too bad. We're not pinned deep in our own area. Yeah, that Saints offensive line, they are pretty damn good. You look at Kelvin Banks Jr., first round pick this year. Eric McCoy, you have there, and Cesar Ruiz. Trevor Penning's injured, but Talise Fuaga. So they got some good players. Easy to load the box. You don't need to worry about the pass. That's true. That is true. I like the new logo for the channel, by the way. Which new logo is that? And their QB sucks. The channel logo I've had for I think I had for all of last season too, but I kind of mixing up the thumbnails and what have you, and mixing up like the score bug, like the 49ers Saints here, just trying to keep it interesting, keep it fresh, Okay, Jones, you got the jitters, rust out of your system with the first possession. Find your flow now, says Niner Jamie. Hopefully that's the case. Oh, the one you shared on. Oh, yes, yeah. Thank you kindly. Early good field position is gone, says Susan. Well, the Saints, they've had really good field position because the original kickoff, it was a touchback. So they've started at the 35 and at the 40-yard line. We started at the 30, which isn't bad, and now it's going to be the 20. But just the question is, can Mac Jones move the ball? Is Spencer a leftist? I forgot. I don't know. Hello, everyone. 408 Bats. Let's go. Welcome to the stream. Always good to see you, my friend. Niners offense about to go back to work from the 20-yard line. Yeah, I think the Saints are going to load the box and they're going to be like, Mac Jones, see if you can beat us. But Mac Jones has a flow. I mean, look, hopefully, just got to get him into a bit of a rhythm. Like, he's been in the league for like a long time. I understand what Kyle was doing on that first drive, trying to get him a couple of easy completions, but apparently not so easy. Can't have an 80 strike. Yeah. Next week. McCaffrey and Juszczyk in the backfield. Jennings in motion. Snap is away. They hand it to McCaffrey left side. McCaffrey kind of squirts through the offensive line and picks up 5 yards on first down. That's going to be 2nd and 5 from the 25. Coming up. Yeah, pretty good defensive line here. Carl Granderson, Cameron Jordan, Demario Davis, Pete Werner, like Brandon Staley is their DC. Like, you can't overlook these guys. Can't overlook them. Justin Reed at safety. 2nd and 5. Mac Jones in the gun. McCaffrey to his left. Jennings in motion. Snap is away. They hand it to McCaffrey, and McCaffrey just gets swallowed up. There was nothing doing there. The Saints were all over that. That's going to be 3rd and long now. 3rd and... Hey, Chat Faithful, don't forget to get Shifty's coverage on the algorithm. Smash the like button. Let's go. We got 89 people in here. Yeah, do hit the like button and feel free to share it on social media. It's going to be 3rd and 8. I'm going to say 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8 for the 49ers. And you do not want to be in this situation when you're Mac Jones. Like, this is not good. Jones in the gun, McCaffrey to his left. Pearsall goes in motion. Snap is away. Jones throws it down, and he's pushed down. That's a flag. It's going to be a flag on Jawan Jennings. So it's going to be pass interference against the defense. It's either going to be holding or it's going to be pass interference against Isaac Yiadom. Yiadom, who was a 49er last season. So Yiadom would be quite familiar with... Yiadom would be... Oh, my God, the freaking sound. Hopefully the sound is back on now, but Yiadom, the 49er last year, gets called for the pass interference. So it is 1st down and 10. San Francisco be I guess that was pass interference, but 1st and 10 at our own 33. Jones in the gun. Juszczyk and McCaffrey in the backfield. Juszczyk splits out wide. Jones is looking to throw, and he's going to be sacked. and he's going to lose a bunch of yards right there. Saints came in late with a hit, but Niners lose about 4 on the play. Ugh. Yeah, not sure why the audio is going in and out. I have it's showing that it's plugged in, so. But yeah, Jones gets sacked. Ugh, just no consistency at all in this offense. 2nd and 14 now from our own 29. Jones behind center, looking to throw. Throws it downfield and not even close to Pearsall. Yikes. Yikes. 3rd and 14. I think you just run the football here, and or you do like a screen pass and something like that. I don't think you take it. I don't think you do anything risky, too risky here. Ugh. Dadvastator in the house. Let's go. Yeah, I think if you're San Francisco, you run the football here, and or you do like a screen pass or something. I don't think you would. Well, they're not going to be running it because McCaffrey just split out left. Jones in the gun. Snap is away. He is looking to throw. He's got time. Throws it downfield. Caught 49ers. First down, and that is Ricky Pearsall. Slick Rick, let's go. First down, 49ers. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. That's a good throw from Mac Jones. His first completion picks up big yardage right there. Big yardage, pick up first down 49ers to Ricky Pearsall. Let's go. Edgard, let's go. Welcome, welcome. 1st and 10 from our own 44. Jones in the pistol. They hand it to Brian Robinson Jr. trying to cut upfield. There's a flag on the play. This is probably going to be holding. So I think the Niners will get called for holding. There is a Niner offensive lineman on the ground, and I think it's Ben Bartch. It's actually against the defense. I thought it'd be a holding against the offense. It's against the defense, but it looks like a Niner offensive lineman on the ground. Illegal hands to the face. So my apologies, but I think is it Ben Bartch who went down? Or maybe it was Pooney. Or I'm not sure. I think it was Ben Bartch who was down. And look, I think Bartch is a decent player, but this guy just can't stay healthy at all. You know, so it's going to be the rookie Connor Colby, 7th round pick out of Iowa, is going to come in at left guard. Yeah, it's Ben Bartch, man. The guy he's a good player when he's out there, but he does not. I can't. Yeah, the audio. I can't. There's nothing else I can do. No, I don't have a loose wire. I plugged it in, plugged it out. I'm all out of ideas. But yeah, Bartch on the ground. Ugh. Not ideal. But it will be the rookie Connor Colby, who had a good preseason, is going to be out there at left guard. But just, I mean, you just want one game. Hopefully he'll be okay. Like, I don't want to go to like just the extreme, but yeah, it's and say like, oh, it's done, you know, he's, you know, hopefully he'll be okay. Okay, some people are saying there's audio, some people are saying there's not. I'm just gonna roll with it. Everything on my end showing that the mic is plugged in, so there we go. But yeah, it's well, I guess it's obviously the first concern is hopefully Bartch is okay, but I think the thing that we also have to be concerned about too is, well, one thing that we can be a little bit happy about, I guess, is that it's a flag against the defense, so it's going to be I think it'll remain first down. Will it be 1st and 10 or? Yeah. What is the story with the fitness system? I mean, I don't know if it's just bad luck or if it's whatever the case may be, but something's not good. Killed the stream and rejoined. It's fine now. Cool. But is it? I'm not sure if it'll be 1st and 5 or 1st and 10. But for reset my YouTube and it's working now. There we go. Barch is walking off okay. I think he's going to be going to the blue. Oh, he's not that okay, actually. Well, he is walking off under his own power. He seems a little bit frustrated, which I can understand that. 1st and 10 at the Saints 48. Mac Jones fakes the handoff in the pocket, got time. Dumps it off here to Luke Farrell. Luke Farrell gets about maybe 3 yards. That was a good open field tackle by Justin Reed, the Saints safety. Yeah, so I mean, a pickup of about 3, I'm gonna call it. So it's positive yards on 1st down, so we'll take that. 2nd and 7. There's 8 minutes to go in the 1st quarter. I formation behind Mac Jones. Pearsall in motion. Snap his way. They pitch it right side to McCaffrey. McCaffrey cuts back up the middle. And that's going to be a 1st down. 49ers down to the Saints 36. So 1st down. CMC. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Mac desperately needs he needs help. And this is the way you get him help, with McCaffrey running the ball, getting good chunked yards, getting 1st downs. CMC picks up about maybe 9 or 10 on the play, and now he's on the sideline. He's okay, just subbing himself out. Brian Robinson Jr. in the game. 1st and 10 at the Saints 37. Mac behind center. Snap is away. Doing a little trickery end around here to Pearsall. Pearsall breaks a tackle. Just get north and south, Pearsall. We lose about 4 yards on the play. And there's just too much dancing around. And that's going to be 2nd and 14. Loss of 4 on the play. Tried to do a little trickery. A handoff to fakes the handoff to Brian Robinson. A little end around to Ricky Pearsall. And there's just too many defenders in the backfield. So loss of 4 on the play. I think Pearsall just needed to go north and south there a little bit early, cut up field. But yeah, I mean, they're calling it 2nd and 15 now. 2nd and 15, 2nd 14. Jones in the gun. Robinson to his right. Bourne goes in motion. Mac looking to throw. Steps in the pocket. Nowhere to go. He's going to roll to his right. Mac Jones is going to run. And Mac Jones is freaking diving around, guys, making guys miss. Picks up 12 yards on the play. It's going to be 3rd and 2. I didn't even know what to say, what you call that. He kind of faked out the Saints defender. It looked like, jeepers, he was looking like Steve Young out there. Mac Jones picks up 12 yards with his legs. So they're saying 13-yard pickup. 3rd and 1 coming up right here. I'm going to say it's a 3rd and a long one for San Francisco. Got to pick up the 1st down here. Keep this drive going. McCaffrey is back in the game. I formation. Use check McCaffrey. Mac behind center. Snap is away. They hand it to McCaffrey. McCaffrey! 1st down to the Saints 20-yard line. Let's go. 1st down, 49ers. Let's go. That's a nice run from Christian McCaffrey. Nice play there good run by Mac Jones. Obviously nothing doing downfield. Somehow picks up 13 yards. Big pickup there by Christian McCaffrey, and that's another 49ers 1st down. Come on, guys. The long drive going here. Let's put 7 on the board. Use check lining up right where Kittle normally would. Jones in the gun. Use check and McCaffrey either side of him. McCaffrey motions out left now. Snap is away, looking to throw. Jones over the middle, caught for use check. Gets about 5 yards. Use check just doing like a Texas route. Picks up 5. So that's solid gain on 1st down. For 2nd and 5 now. That opens up the entire playbook. You can do anything that you want now. Come on, let's go. I miss Andy Lee. I miss Robbie Gould. I miss those guys. All right. Here we go. 2nd and 5, just outside the Saints 15. Mac Jones hands it off to McCaffrey up the middle. Bobbled the football that was not a clean exchange between Jones and McCaffrey. McCaffrey hangs on and gets maybe 3-4 yards. So it's going to be 3rd and short for the 49ers. You feel like you really gotta You feel like you really got to get 7 here. You really want to get 7. They're going to call 3rd and 2 for the 49ers. You really want to get 7 here if you're San Francisco. The long drive so far for the 49ers here. I formation, Mac behind center. It's a heavy formation. They fake the handoff to McCaffrey. Jones throws it wide open. Luke Farrell. Luke Farrell, touchdown 49ers. Let's go. Let's go. Touchdown 49ers. Let's go. Come on. Luke Farrell. Let's go. Come on. Fakes the handoff to McCaffrey. Rolls out to his left. Farrell wide open. Almost bobbled it for a second. And a touchdown. San Francisco, let's go. Wide open Luke Farrell. Kind of, bobbled it for a second, makes a guy miss, and then rumbles into the end zone, and that's a touchdown 49ers. Here comes the extra point. Eddie Pinheiro, and he misses it. And Eddie Pinheiro misses the extra point. We can't have nice things. We cannot have nice things. And that wasn't even close. Like, that was not even close. See, I jinxed it. I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. I did not say anything. Ugh, God. We just wanted to cap off a touchdown drive. Oh my God. Can we just not? How hard is it to get a kicker who can make a freaking extra point? Come on. Like, what is this? We just need an extra goddamn point. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. We need a priest. We need the freaking Pope. Eric says he should just go for 2. You might be right. You might be right. If I'm John Lynch, I'm on home and say, oh, jeepers. The stink of Moody still. God. God. Look, we got a touchdown. Defense got a nice rest, so that's good news. It's positive. That was a positive drive. It's going to do Mac Jones the world of confidence right there. But I mean, why were they lined up for that field goal on the right hash? I mean, that must clearly be where Pinheiro wants the ball to be at. But why not just down the middle? And it goes wide, like, jeepers. I mean, I just don't understand it. I just don't understand it. Go for 2 from now on. I think that they might consider that. Yeah, I think that they might have to consider, screw it, let's just go for 2. And here comes the kickoff from Pinheiro, and it's going to be another freaking touchback. No, they're going to take it out. So they're up to the... And he's still going up to the 32. This special teams, like, who was the special teams coordinator when Jim Harbaugh was the coach? That's who I want back. And I think we should make him the highest paid freaking coach, assistant coach, or whatever in the NFL, because this is ridiculous. So it's going to be 1st and 10 Saints at their own 32. They're killing it with the quips today. Okay, 1st and 10 Saints at their own 32. Rattler hands it off to Kamara up the middle. Get him down. There you go. Good job. That's it. When you get your hands on him, just get him to the ground. Nice job, defense. Pickup of about 2. Maybe they'll give him 2. Yeah, so that's a good job by the defense. Defensive line and linebackers doing what they needed to do. Tommy Huxley. Moody is Pinheiro. Pinheiro is Moody. Cool. Shout out to up speed with the whole places. The third late kid. Was Joe. That's the in is just around D win close on there's and there. So why it's so choppy. Not there. But if you can, there's some the Niners trying to get the play. Be the it might just be that. Hopefully the audio. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Hopefully it's not behind center. They pitch it to McCaffrey. Francisco pickup of 10 by hopefully it gets better, and if it doesn't, first 10 seconds. It might just going for a little. Yeah, the audio. I know the audio's. There's nothing. Time. Hand on the forehead might just mean a. Might just mean we're about to kick a field goal. Yeah, if the slump down and share me. You guys know me. Yeah, if it's going to continue to be really bad, then I'll just, yeah, if the audio is going to be bad, then I might just have to end the stream. There's no point if you guys can't hear it. Yeah, if you guys can't hear it at all, then I'll just I'll end the stream. I don't want to, but you know, there's no point doing it if it's just going to be. If there's no point doing it if it's just going to be like not an enjoyable experience. You're fine now. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what. Okay, I'm back. I guess I don't know what I did differently, but. No, hopefully it's okay. Yeah, just let me know. I'll do it, and if it's, I'll do it for as long, and if it keeps going in and out, in and out, in and out, then we'll just, unfortunately, we'll just have to end it. But for now, I'm gonna keep on going. I'll keep on going for now. So the Niner, yeah, I think it's the internet. The because actually the weather's not too bad. Yeah, I have everything as I normally do. I mean, there's no difference, and I checked my sound. Um, I checked my sound. Maybe turn off. I checked my sound before I went live just to make sure that the connection was good, and it seemed okay. So, but we'll have to wait and see. So it's 2nd and 3 from the Saints 48. Mack in the gun. That's Tonjes in the backfield. Snap is away, looking to throw it quick. Pump fakes it over the middle, comes back to Tonjes, and that's a first down. Jake Tonjes inside the Saints 40-yard line. Snap looked like he was going to quickly go to McCaffrey. Maybe that was just part of the chat sports trying to sabotage you. Damn you, Chase Sr. That guy. For now, so we'll see. On board to the here in the second quarter. All right. Second. Unfortunately. The gun. Update. How's it going? You can go off to mess about the third and